was just in Europe. And it was quite clear from interacting with people how completely out of touch our media is making Americans. American media is all but dead when the majority of our news sources have been bought, acquired, or taken over by a tiny group of people loyal only to the current administration and their own bottom lines. We're not being told the truth, and the rest of the world thinks we are insane. But what we really are is misinformed, which is why it's more essential than ever to understand our news sources and whether or not they are skewed towards one narrative or one political party. This is why I partner with and tell people all the time to use Ground News, because Ground News gathers related articles from around the world and allows us to compare the coverage, to be informed consumers of our media so we can understand truth from propaganda. Like, right now, America is at war and we don't even understand the truth of what's happening. We have spent at least $40 billion, but independent analysts think that estimate should be way higher. Our weapon stockpiles are depleting, and our government isn't even being honest with us about the death count of American soldiers. And look how it's being covered. The high factuality, left-leaning independent slate group rightly prints "War in Iran reignites," and the Pentagon keeps Americans in the dark. Where the right-leaning independent Washington Free Beacon, which was reposted by the Conservative Review, writes, $37.5 billion well spent to off the Ayatollah. Same story, two completely different spins. And no, dude, it's not money well spent. This administration is going through munitions in days that were supposed to last us years. They signed a deal at Versailles that gave Iran every single thing they wanted, and then apparently read the deal afterwards and are now freaking out. Pete Hegseth has said that the war cost $37.5 billion, but now he's asking Congress for almost $90 billion in more additional urgent funding. So give me a break. We're losing this war. We're screwing up the planet. Our gas prices are about to go through the roof. And so many Americans don't even understand the real story because our news is skewed. That's crazy. It's stories like this that make me feel like Ground News is more important than ever because it allows you to sort through the hundreds of sources and instantly see a partisan split. We need to be able to compare the headlines for ourselves, to filter for reliable or factual sources, to instantly see the discrepancies in reporting. In an environment where we have this information overload and social media sites that feed us what the people with agendas want us to see, Ground News helps us stay informed by cutting through the narrative bias, allowing us to access different viewpoints and to verify information. And honestly, it is easy to use. It's just a quick breakdown of what's being reported on and by whom. I personally trust Ground News because it's not owned by a billionaire and it doesn't rely on advertising for support. It's subscriber funded by users like you and me, which means they owe their loyalty to no one but us. Ground News doesn't write the articles, they gather them, and then they put them in a single easy-to-read feed that allows us to see who's controlling the story before we read it. I'm starting to feel like that's the only responsible way to get the news these days. So I have put a link in my bio and I've attached one where possible for you to sign up. I honestly can't recommend this service enough. It is worth your time to check out. And to top it off, Ground News is offering you 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I have, one of the biggest discounts they've ever offered, and I can absolutely say it's worth it. So click the link and let me know what you think, because honestly, we need to be informed.